Joe Biden that has created this crisis.
So, and I'm going to ask my team to put up Vice President Kamala Harris, because I do want to get your response to this, just as she seemingly laughed off a question from a reporter who asked yesterday if she would be visiting the border amid the growing migrant crisis. Here's the Vice President.
Do you plan to visit the border?
Not today, but I have before, and I'm sure I will again. We were left with a very challenging situation. We've got to treat this issue in a way that is reflective of our values as Americans and do it in a way that is fair and it is humane.
Senator Cruz, yesterday, former President Trump told me they were not left with the situation that Democrats say that they were. They had a transition, and we can get into detail at another time about that. But your reaction?
Well, I got to say, watching that footage, I served with Kamala a number of years in the Senate, and to see her just laugh at this crisis at the border, to see her laugh at these children, it is a humanitarian crisis that we've right now got thousands upon thousands of little boys and little girls being handed over to human traffickers who are physically abusing those kids, they're sexually abusing those kids, and the attitude of Kamala and Joe Biden is they're laughing at them. That is not compassionate. That is not giving a damn. I'll tell you, the Donna facility, the processing facility in Texas, it right now has nearly 4,000 illegal immigrants in that facility. It has a capacity of 250. So it's 1,500 times in excess of its capacity. And the reaction of the Biden administration and Kamala Harris is just to laugh and to keep making it worse. They still won't fix it. I actually don't care if she laughs or not. What I care about is stop making the problem worse, stop releasing people who are COVID positive, stop putting kids in harm's way, and stop releasing criminals that prey on the community.
Well, and if you factor the pandemic that we're in, the health crisis that we're in right now, they have created an international super spreader event at facilities along our border, endangering everybody.
They're terrified that the press
people trying to get
will
here
have
and
pictures and images of it. That's exactly right.
Yeah, the gag order, I'm curious if Congress can investigate that. I'll bring you back on another day. I want to dig deeper because I have never seen this kind of power excised in this country to keep us gagged. I just haven't
Fox
seen
News is willing to speak about it, but the fact that every news station is not outraged. If Donald Trump had done this and said no reporters are allowed on the border, the media would have rightly lost their minds, and y'all would have been right to. Right now, too many of the reporters in the mainstream media, they view their job as being cheerleaders for the Biden administration and apologizing for it. I think the media has a right to be there, and I'm fighting for the media to be able to go and see what's happening and get pictures and see the crisis that's happening.
And do our jobs, broadcast.
That's exactly right.
Senator Ted Cruz of the great state of Texas, thank you for your time, perspective, and we'll follow as much as we can, as closely as we can, what you do at the border.
Thank you.
The border crisis now overwhelming migrant facilities. Did you hear what Senator Cruz just said? 4,000 in a space meant for 250 at one facility. President Biden now spending millions to house asylum seekers. But remember, when we couldn't do the same thing for our own National Guard troops at the U.S. Capitol, they were left sleeping in a parking garage on the floor. Reports of food contamination. And this.